friends, it's Christy. Welcome to Bitly Diddly Has Plans. In today's video, we are setting up my budget for January 2023 in my Classic Happy Planner and the Budget by Paycheck Workbook. So let's get started. Alrighty friends, so I'm super excited about this kit. It is so pretty. It's from Planner Kate. It's kit 501. It's sized for the plum, but I found that I can make the plum paper headers work in the Happy Planner. So I just loved this beautiful blue and white floral. This is so gorgeous. If you know me, it's so me. So I have that. I have the sinking funds header here and the savings tracker. So I am going to pull out the pertinent pages that I need from my Happy Planner. I did a flip through of this whole planner and I did sort of like a move-in video. So all of those will be posted. You can see that if you want to get a little more detailed look at the actual book itself. So I'm going to pull these pages and we will get started. This is what I love about Happy Planners being on the disc system. You can just pull things out and use them as you need. I actually have my little budget category dashboard here with me because on this side, it's all of my categories. So when I'm tracking my expenses, this is how I color code them. And this is kind of what each category has within it. So like auto is my loan, my gas, maintenance, repairs, that kind of stuff. And then on this side, I have annual expenses and the month that they're due, and then monthly expenses, the day that they're due. And then I have a bi-monthly. I do need to remake this because some of this stuff has fallen away. I added Curology. I'm taking out the omega-3 supplements for Otis. Those are his supplements, not mine. We don't have the Land Cruiser anymore. High school stuff can go away because that can change to college, basically. So this side is all good. Nothing's really changed here. I love my categories. I'm fine with that. These are mild liner colors, but this side needs to be updated. So at some point, maybe I'll do a video of making this dashboard. I did one back in 2021, I believe. Yeah, because that's how old this is. So anywho's, I digress a little bit there. Okay, so let's pull this. I also pulled just some washi. This is from a Michaels kit. I thought it coordinated really well with the blue here. So we are going to lay this down, and this always needs a little bit of sticker surgery because Happy Planner puts their sidebar on the left instead of on the right, which is where a lot of other planners put theirs. So I just kind of line this up and make do. The January is a little off-centered, but this is my working budget book, so that doesn't bother me so much. It's not like it's got to be pretty, it's just got to be functional. So it's pretty and functional though, I think. Okay, so then this is Wednesday. I'm going to put this here. And then let's kind of, I'm going to have to overlap it a little bit. I don't know that I've used a Planner Kate kit for my budget book. I know I have used Orange Umbrella Co. and Fern Creek stickers, but I think this is my first time doing Planner Kate. So let's put that like that. And then I'm just gonna adjust this a little bit so that it lines up a little better, that blue line there. So there we go. Cool. And then let me just trim this. And then I think I'll just put this little scrap to the side. Who knows? It might come in handy at some point. Okay, so that's that. And then let's go ahead and I'm gonna lay down all of these date dots because I think it always, I didn't used to do this, friends, but now I take the time off camera to do it just because I do really like the little pop of color that it gives. And I was starting to have all of these date dots all over the place, and I hate kind of throwing them out, you know? So I just take the time to do it. So I'm gonna lay all these down and then we will come back and we'll start working on my budget. Okay, so those are all of the date dots. Let's pull my Saya Planning. I have some custom budget stickers here that she did for me. I'm going to use up the paydays on this sheet, and then I've got some of my bills and things on here. So I just use these because the paydays for the kit I will leave there and I'll use them like in a weekly or something like that. So we get paid on the 1st, which means we actually will get paid because the 1st is on a Sunday. We'll get paid that Friday and the 15th. So because 15th's on a Sunday, again, we'll get paid this Friday. So that's like 2 paychecks really close together. And then you've got like this whole 2.5 weeks before we get paid again. So you have to make sure you're really watching your spending there. Okay, and then I'm going to pull this one because the 1st and the 15th, let's see. So on the 1st, we've got, and I'm just going to put it on the Monday just because that's a work day, a business day. We've got allowance, auto loan, and tuition. I'm not going to put it on a Sunday. And then, okay, we've got my sister-in-law's birthday, so I'm going to highlight that first. And then we're going to Old Greenwood. Otis has a vet appointment, so let me pull my Otis's vet sticker. This is another follow-up appointment. He's been on antibiotics for forever. So we keep extending the course because every time we take him off it, then he flares up again. But I'm just worried about how much antibiotics he's been on in the last 6 months. Netflix is the 13th, I believe. Yep. It's also my brother's birthday. So my sister-in-law that's born on the 1st, her husband, my brother, is the 13th. And then we have an Apoquel prescription. I need to get a new, oh, you know what? I'll use one of my Otis meds. I just got a new sheet from Saya, but I haven't cracked it open yet. Let's see. I kind of want to use, maybe I'll do this green one, even though it doesn't really go all that well. It's better than these turquoisey ones. I used up all my blue ones already. I'm just going to put this down because he's going to need to refill his Apoquel probably here on the 14th this weekend. I'll probably call it in so it's ready for pickup on that Saturday. Okay, and then I pulled this Tombow. It's kind of a greenish, so I was trying to pick up on like the leaf color here. And then I pulled this mild liner because I use a different color highlighter for each pay period. So let's do, this is not perfect. It's a little like too much violet in it, but I don't have a good Tombow that's this blue. I love this blue. So if I could find a pen that was that color, I'd be so happy. Okay, so let's do this pay period here. And then I'm going to put a highlight here for my sister-in-law. We don't buy gifts for the adults in our family, and I'm highlighting New Year's Day. But we might all go out to dinner for family dinner, that kind of thing. So that's why I'm going to budget for it. And then that's, let's see, so this is actually going to go to this first paycheck as well as this one. I know that's going to look weird, friends, because this paycheck is actually going to be for the bills that are happening in the second half of the month. You know what? You know what I think I might do just so that I don't feel confused and it doesn't look wonky, even though I will get paid on that Friday? Why don't we move this little payday sticker and we'll just say the bills from here down go to that paycheck. Okay, so I want to put, oh, also I want to highlight here my younger brother that I was talking about and his birthday. So again, we'll probably just go out to dinner. New Year's Eve plans, we are just keeping it low-key, going to a friend's house in the neighborhood. Emma's best friend, one of her group of friends, one of the best friends, that we're just going to that family's house. Okay, so that's all of that. Oh, and then we are going up to our cabin, so I do want to put something there because we'll have to, you know, just get some food and that kind of thing. So we have that. And then also I will have to probably pay my niece to come sit with Otis for the weekend. So I'll do Old Greenwood for that weekend. And then I think that's it. I think I have everything now. Oh, on the 14th, Otis Meds. That's it. We got that. We've got his Apoquel. Okay, and then now for my second paycheck, I'm going to do this color. Oh, actually, it doesn't look too bad. So let's do allowance, auto loan, and tuition again. So we'll put that here. Auto loan and tuition. Okay, Disney. I also do here, I don't want to cover that holiday, so I'm just going to put it here. And then iTunes is on the 29th. We'll put that there. Optics Care, I have a whole brand new tube that I haven't opened yet. So when I finish the current tube, I don't think I'm going to need, I think I'm going to be able to get through this whole month without having to have his prescription renew in January. So I'll save this for February. And I love it on Chewy because you can adjust the time between the deliveries. Okay, so I have that. Oh, but he is going to need his Optimune. So that's going to be another Otis Meds. What did I do with it? The Optimune is the eye medication, and then the Optics Care is just like an eye lubricant. I am predicting we will probably order that sometime here. Okay, and then let's see. Chinese New Year's, I'm just gonna highlight that again. We might just do one dinner to cover Steffi's birthday, Bubba's birthday, and then Chinese New Year's. So we'll see. I'm gonna highlight it just to like make sure I have some money allocated to that, and then Otis's medications. Oops. Okay, and then what else do I have here? So that's kind of how that looks in terms of splitting up my paycheck and my major categories that I'm saving for. So over here, this is a new dashboard layout from Happy Planner, so it's a little bit different. It's got important, it's got looking ahead. So I am going to just, let's see, I'll take one of these stickers maybe, and let's just use one of these appointment labels. I'm gonna put FSA here because I'm just kind of tracking anytime I have an expense on our FSA card. So I'm gonna cover this notes, and I'm gonna put this here. And then tasks, let's use, I think what I'm gonna do, these are cute. I'm not gonna put pay bills, but you know what I'm gonna do? Like, this is what I wanna do in terms of unspent cash. So,
Where's my money?
I'm filming.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, it's on the table. I'm just an ATM machine, friends. Did you hear that? Mom, where's my money? She's getting her haircut. Unspent cash, 2. And then I am gonna say Otis. And then I'm also gonna say Christmas because I'm rebuilding my little cash Christmas envelope. I did have some money that'll carry over, but I'm going to kind of just let that slide. I think what I want to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to color this little square. There we go. And let's put a colon here so it's like, and then, oh, you know what I also want to do is I need to start saving for my auto registration, which will also be a sinking fund, but if there's any extra and spent cash, and I'm just kind of doing a little square there. Okay. Oh, I like that. That's cool. Looking ahead. This is cool. I could start putting things like car registration in April or senior portraits in May, like that kind of stuff. So if this is January, looking ahead to February, I can't think of anything in February other than we are going to Old Greenwood. So why don't I do something like, oh, I know, I could do this. These cute little flags, friends. This is kind of fun. Like I'm using this dashboard. How's that? Like, so for the next month kind of thing. Cool. Okay, so that's that sheet. So that's those 2. And then let's go to my blank page. I realized, friends, in my budget book build out, like when I was moving in and putting it all together, I forgot to put a blank sheet of paper in each month. So after I finished filming, I went ahead and put that in. And then I also found a little pocket, like a file folder pocket to put in the back of the book. So I did that off camera. Okay, so let's see. This is going to be a little long. I'm going to flip this because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this, I'm going to line this up here at this top box thing. I met up with my friend Saya and she found filler paper for Happy Planner that didn't have these boxes at top like mine does. Oh, you know what? I'm going to need a ruler and I'm just going to slice this. When it's too small of a piece, and this is kind of a wide washi, it's too hard to try to tear it. So I'm just going to use my slice tool. Okay, and then I'm going to put this down. I'll just stick this here along this line. Little piece there I'll trim off. My brother Bubba is actually here today. He and Scott are working on a car radio for Sophie's car. I don't know if you remember, but the car she's driving is one of his that he gave her. It's an old BMW X5, and the radio wasn't working, so Sophie saved up her money from her job, and she got a new radio this Christmas, so he's helping put that in. I think that'll be fine. Okay, I probably should move that over a little bit. Now I'm just going to take my pen and we'll just draw in some lines here. So I don't do date. What I do is the actual name of the account. So we'll just do this. This, and then the beginning balance. I'll take whatever the ending balance is for December, and then we'll do any additions and subtractions. Okay, and then the ending balance there. And I'm just using a gray Tombow. This is N55. Okay, so my savings are my emergency fund, and then I have my 401k through my work. I have a Roth IRA, which is past jobs that I rolled over into that when I left. And then Sophie still has her 529. So there's that. This is so pretty. Oh my God, I love that washi. I wonder if she has this on a roll. I might have to just buy it because it's so gorgeous. Okay, so now sinking funds. Same thing, I have to turn this upside down just so I can get a better angle on it. Put that down, and then let's use the metal roller. The blade cuts a little better against the metal than it does plastic. Okay, I have a house full of girls. Well, Sophie just left, but Eloise is here. So I think they're talking about what they plan on doing for New Year's. Okay, and then this one I'm gonna put down here. I'm so excited to have new books. And I've been filming like crazy, which is why my voice is a little scratchy. And then yesterday I got to go see my friend Saya. We met for coffee and we hung out for 2.5 hours, I think almost. Just talking. We love it. We call it our show and tell, or at least I call it our show and tell. So I took my latest Archer and Olive box so that she could see everything. Sorry, I'm struggling with this little tidbit here. And then she brought her planner system. Oh my gosh, friends. She has the, I need some washi here. She has the Moxie Life notebooks and the folio. She got it in the storm color. It's this beautiful, beautiful gray. Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. I am so trying to tell myself not to buy it, not to get tempted, but I realized, so I have a Moxie Life flagship planner that I ended up never using, and I think I'm going to pull that apart and take the pages out and use that. I'm gonna, take out just the goal planning, because I'm not a super goal planner, and that's why I never really used the planner. Also, I don't like the binding on the planner because it was that wire O or whatever you call it, and I don't like the thick cardboard chipboard covers. So I ended up not using it, but I think I can pull out the compass and all of that stuff and go ahead and just kind of play around with it, because we talked about why I don't like setting goals and all this weekly stuff and the monthly stuff, and it just gets to be a lot. And so we kind of talked about just doing really simple things. Like some of her goals were just move every day. Doesn't matter what kind of movement it is. One day her movement was raking a bunch of leaves, and it's in our neighborhoods, yeah, that's a lot. That is actually good movement. So anywho's, I don't feel like my start and my, these don't really line up all that well because I lined it up this way instead of that way, but that's okay, friends. We're just going to figure this out. It's not that big of a deal. So, anywho, I was thinking about it because I was having a little bit of jealousy, a little bit of FOMO, like just how beautiful that notebook looked in the folio. And it's so chunky and it's really neat. I think it's a system that's going to work for her because she was kind of having like planner, just like not peace. So I think we kind of figured something out for her. And I'm so excited, friends. She is using a happy planner for her budget book, very similar to me. She's got the 2-page month, and then she's got like just hers is like the project one, I think, because it's not like dashboards, it's not like weekly pages in it. It's just got these pages and pages of like lists type things. I'm gonna do cash here. And if you're wondering why I'm using the appointment labels instead of these open labels, it's because I'm going to use these in my social media plan with me. Yep, using it up, wearing it out, friends. That's my goal for this year. I've also, to help save my budget, because I really need to crack down on this, I like once or twice a month, I am either using leftovers and scrapping together a kit from leftover kits or using full kits that I never used. So what I did was I took that beautiful book that I got from the Fern Creek Stickers advent calendar, and I started pulling all of my full kits that I just never ended up using, and I started plugging them in. So like an example for February, I already have all my kits for February because I'm either using kits I didn't use before. I did buy a new one from Planner Kate. It was either Planner Kate or Fern Creek Stickers. And then I have a bunch of scrappy leftovers from a bunch of different Fern Creek Stickers and Orange Umbrella Co. kits that have similar color. So I am using that. Like I'm serious, friends. We are getting down to the nitty gritty and tightening up my budget because I just this last year kind of went a little lax, especially towards the end of the year. And I don't know if it's because I got caught up in Emma graduating and just all that kind of stuff, but I just really need to be more frugal, more strict, not eating out lunch so much with my friends at work, that kind of thing. So I am starting with stickers anyway, as I talk about the Moxie life and wanting to get this system because I want to be a goal setter. I just am not good at, I hate writing goals, especially at work. Oh my God. I think when I worked for Gap Inc., that's what like scarred me because we used to have to do self-reviews and we had to do all the goals, and I don't think they called them SMART goals back then. They might have had a different name, but it was the same thing. They had to be specific and measurable and achievable and all this stuff. I hate that kind of stuff, friends. But I've been watching a lot of Tattoo Teacher Plans and just trying to embrace the idea of it. I am definitely going to do a vision board at some point because I feel like that will help me kind of, get into the swing of things again maybe, and just kind of like, I don't know, be inspired by her. Although she does like really deep into her goals. She's like really good at it and she loves it. So anywho, you know what I was thinking, friends? As I was looking at this using this appointment label, I'm going to take this and I'm just going to trim the little appointment label box part off. And then it'll just be like a little label, like a mini label. Like I'm just going to do this. This is a mat, so if you're freaking out about me trimming on top of it, it's okay. Yeah, look at that. Okay, now if I have to peel it off my mat. It's not actual wood furniture. Oh, cute. Okay, I like that. Okay, you know what? I'm going to pull this FSA one back. I'm going to go ahead and take a second real quick, friends, and trim this one off. Cool. I like that. They're little boxes now. Okay, so I like this. This is really kind of cool. I'm excited about this. You know what? Let's put a little doodad here. Let's put another one of these flags like this. I love that. Okay, and then So that's that. This is this. This is this. And then let's pull this paycheck bill tracker. So this, let's just call it 1/1/2023. Oh my gosh. We have payroll. And then let's take a look at kind of what the usual are. I kind of pull this back up. Let's see. So we've got allowance, auto loan. And if you're new to my channel, I split my auto loan between the first paycheck and the second paycheck, so I don't have one big chunk coming out. And that's kind of what helps me be able to make an extra payment, because I do a little more than half each time. And what happens is, because I'm paying half of the payment early, 2 weeks early, it helps reduce the interest on the loan, because interest is accrued daily. So it's kind of a little trick that Scott taught me when we first met. Tuition. Okay, auto, tuition, and then I'm gonna do gas, and then let's do Otis, because he's got his vet appointments, and then we've got some medication here, so I'm just gonna clump all that together. And then we are going to Old Greenwood, so I'll earmark some money specifically for that trip. And then I'm gonna do, like, I'm just gonna say birthdays, so whether that's us going out to eat or whatever. And then I always like to leave a little bit of food, fun, and miscellaneous in here, because if I am gonna buy something like sticker wise, or oh, Emma wanted a new book, I'm gonna leave money in here, because all that's done online. It's basically because of things being done online. So let's see, what else do I have? Oh, and Netflix. And so the due date, this is the 1st, this is the 1st and the 1st. Gas is throughout the pay period. Otis is kind of throughout the pay period, because I've got 2 different things going on here. This is on the 6th, same with birthdays. And then food, fun, miscellaneous is kind of throughout the pay period, so I just do a little dash. And then Netflix is on the 13th. I think this color, actually, now that it dries, look at it, looks pretty good. Okay, and then my cash envelopes, though, is the majority of my food. It's grocery shopping. It's if I go out to lunch, like I said, with friends. Food, fun is tickets to the basketball games, and Mom, can I have money to go to Dutch Bros? That kind of thing. Food, fun, miscellaneous, and then I always put money into Otis's cash envelope. I pay for his Apoquil strictly with cash. I do it out of Costco, so I save a little money. I don't have to run all the way up to his vet, which is 30 minutes away, and I just pay for it cash every time. So that's why I'm always restocking that envelope. And I put it over here, friends, because this is my cash area. So it's kind of like a sinking fund, but since it's a cash envelope, I put it under here. So I add it into the amount of money that I get cashed out. And then my sinking fund, so my emergency fund, I have an automatic, when I do direct deposit on my check, an amount automatically goes to my emergency fund account, which is a separate savings account, and then the rest goes into my checking account. So I want to do, let's see, I need to do that. And like I said, the auto registration will be due in April, so I want to get that going. We've got a senior graduating from high school soon again, so I'm going to need to build that up. I want to keep putting money into Christmas, because I want that fully funded by the end of October, so that I can take advantage of Black Friday. And then Amazon is so expensive, you have to kind of put a little bit of money away throughout. And then I'm going to do Canva, and then my next pay period, I'll do emergency fund, auto, reg, school, Christmas, and then probably college tours and maybe some vacation money. So like I kind of split it up. Like I don't do a little bit from every paycheck into every sinking fund. Like that would just be too much. I like to kind of do a little bit larger chunk, but I do it like once a month instead. Okay, so that's that. I've got all of my sheets kind of filled out here. So again, my 2-page view with the paychecks divided up and color coded. And then I have just sort of my dashboard where I've got some goals here, looking ahead to February, and then my FSA tracking, and then I have here my savings tracker. This space here I use for my weekly check-ins. What I do is at the end of each week, I count how much cash I have left. That way, when I go into the next week, I know what I have to spend. And then sinking funds, my cash sinking funds, and then my breakdown for my first paycheck of January, and then I'll work my numbers off camera. All right, that's it, friends. I'm going to plop these back into the book. Alrighty, friends, so everything is back here in the book. I love being on the discs for my budget. It works so great. And then, like I said, I had forgotten to put this blank page in each month when I built my book out, so I went ahead and did that. And then I was looking for, I had bought this as like, I think it's a 3 or 4 pack. It is a little 2-sided folder. And since it was blue, I thought it matched perfectly, even though it's kind of like a tie-dye themed. I didn't care. And then I just have some little loose ends. So these are the slips I fill out with the quantity of each dollar bill type and then the total value. I take this with my check into the bank, and that's how I get my cash out. This is part of the Budget by Paycheck workbook from the Budget Mom. So it's super nice. Every time I give it to a teller, they're like, oh, I love this. I love this. I've actually turned a couple of my tellers onto the Budget Mom. I've got some no spend stickers and then just some other Happy Planner stickers that came with like a budget pack, extension pack that I had bought. So alrighty, this little no spend here kind of fell off there. Alrighty, friends, I think that's it for this video. Alrighty, that's it for this video, friends. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe so you can catch future content on my channel. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.